anger comes and I will lose things which are valuable to me. There is a very beautiful story that demonstrates this. It's a story of a trapper in the northwest district of America, Canada. You know, that area which is extremely cold in the winters. And he's a trapper. He has a cabin in the woods, and in the winters he goes out trapping. He traps animals and then he sells their fur. That's his life. And a lot of people live that way. In his house, he has a wife, a young baby, and one dog, a very loyal dog. Now, it so happens that his wife catches a disease and she passes away. So it's now just the trapper, the young baby, he takes care of the baby, and the dog. And the dog is very loyal to him, always around him, always protecting the house. And so much so that the trapper starts to leave the small baby in the house in the care of the dog and go out for small trips to trap, to get his animals. Now, one time he's out, leaving the small baby at home. The dog is guarding the house. The trapper goes out. He thinks, I'll come back in about an hour, hour and a half. But before he comes back, a big blizzard arrives. So he can't make his way back. He can't see. The wind is too strong. He has to hide inside a hollow tree just waiting for the blizzard to pass. A long time, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours pass away. He doesn't know exactly how much. But then the blizzard passes away. He comes out of his hiding place. He heads back home. As he heads back home, he's wondering, is my baby all right? Is the home all right? What about the storm? What did it do to my house? Is everything okay or not? A lot of anxiety, a lot of worry. As he comes near the house, he sees his dog outside the house. The dog is outside and his entire face and upper body is covered with blood. As he's walking towards the house, he sees this sight and his mind starts talking to himself, right? Why is the dog's face covered with blood? What has he done to the baby? I left them for the first time in my life for 7, 8, 9 hours, I don't know how much. Has this dog turned? Has he become a killer? Has he bitten my child? Has he eaten my baby up? All this anger arises inside him. He gets close to the dog and the dog is sitting there looking up at him with blood, dripping down his face. And this man, in so much anger, the trapper, he's got an axe in his hand. He takes that axe and he hits this dog on the head, the skull. And instantly the dog dies. As he crosses the dog, he runs home. He runs inside his house looking for what happened there. And he sees the whole house is disheveled. Everything is sort of strewn about, thrown about. Obviously some struggle happened here. But where's his baby? He can't find the baby. And the more he can't find the baby, the more he keeps thinking that this dog has eaten the baby. But then moving things around, because everything is thrown around here, suddenly he hears a whimper. A whimper. And following that whimper, he goes under the bed. And he realizes that his baby is there under the bed. Almost as if it's been pushed inside that bed, under the bed. He pulls the baby out, holds the baby to his chest, and he's so thankful that the baby is alive. But then, where did the blood come from? Because there's no blood on the baby. Where did the blood come from? And he looks around. What caused all this struggle? He looks around. And then suddenly he sees in the corner of the room is a dead wolf. And that wolf is covered with blood. And then his mind wakes up and the anger releases and he gets all into regret and killed. Because then he realizes what happened. The wolf entered the house going for the baby. The dog intervened, pushed the baby under the bed and attacked the wolf. And eventually, the dog was victorious in protecting the baby, killing the wolf. And instead of rewarding the dog, who was a hero, who saved his baby, what did he do in that anger? He destroyed his own protector, the dog who was so loyal to him. Listen up, the first thing we have to overcome is anger. Anger, because it will make you lose things of value. If anger is out of your control, it will destroy the things you have built up, the things you have created, the things that are good for you, because when anger comes, you lose your judgment. A very ancient manual on life, one of the greatest manuals ever written, the Bhagavad Gita, says that when anger comes, you lose your judgment. You forget about what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong, who is friend, who is foe. You lose that concept. Suddenly what is bad begins to look good. What is good begins to look bad. You lose that concept. So, anger is the first obstacle we must overcome of the inner world.